Raddad here, reporting from the boiling gravy pools of holiday gluttony. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, Raddad Cooks. I'm Raddad, and here at Raddad channel, we tweak the recipes for the dads and we keeps the food rads. Just like today, So gravy, everyone loves it. Is it really that tricky to make? It comes in cans, jars, powder, but every time we make it from scratch, it always has a skin on it, or it's too thin, or it's too thick, or it's lumpy. Well, today I'm going to show you the foolproof way to make homemade gravy out of any stock you have, be it homemade or canned, and have it come out perfect every time. So when it comes to making a homemade gravy, it's very simple. There's only 3 ingredients. It's stock, butter, and flour. Now the ratio of these ingredients is for every cup of stock, we're going to use a tablespoon of butter and a tablespoon of flour. That's it. So if you want to make 5 cups of gravy, you're going to need 5 cups of stock, 5 tablespoons butter, and 5 tablespoons of flour. That's it. So let's get this all together. So basically we need to start off by making a roux. Now roux are a big topic. There's different colors, all kinds of different stuff. But right now we're just going to make a standard roux, a little bit more towards the blonde side, which means we're not going to let the flour cook until it's too dark. But we do want to cook off some of that flouriness. It's going to make our gravy taste a little bit more rich and refined. Combine your butter with your flour over medium heat. A whisk is perfect for this, but you know what? I'm a dad, man. I got a fork, okay? The whisk it's gone. Maybe at the bottom of the dishwasher, someone will get it out one day. So move the butter around until it gets incorporated with the flour, and then you're gonna see that the butter is starting to kind of bubble up the flour, and it's actually cooking it. It's kind of like bread. It's cooking this flour, taking off some of like the rawness that it has to it. After about 2 minutes, we should have a nice blonde roux. Now we can start incorporating our stock. Stock, you can either get from a carton, a can, or a bouillon cube.
To make your stock better, put some marijuana with some herbs and then reduce it down.
My little secret to get the ultimate gravy though is you want to take your stock and reduce it by half. This is going to concentrate the flavors and make your gravy really robust. If you're not using a homemade stock or a stock that came in a can or a carton and you're starting off with a bouillon cube, instead of having to do the whole reduce it by half thing, just put twice the amount of the powder, bouillon cube, or paste that you normally use to make your chicken stock instead of making it the recipe and then reducing it down. We're trying to save time here. Turkey's ready. So now that we have our separately prepared stock on the sideline and our roux is at a beautiful blonde, no offense, redheads, we're going to go ahead and start incorporating our stock. Now you want to start incorporating the stock at a very slow speed because this is going to help it get in there nice and even with the flour roux without getting lumps. If you just go and dump it all in, you're going to get lumps that you might not be able to get back without some hard work. So reduce your heat, even slide it off the burner if you have an electric range and it doesn't cool down quickly, and slowly start introducing that stock. While you're doing that, whisk it with your fork or your whisk if you're a nerd. Once you get about half of the stock in, now you can go ahead and just go full Monty and start dumping it in and just be whisking it really quickly so that way you can incorporate everything evenly. I do like to keep a little bit of my stock, maybe reserve about 10% of my total amount. That way, if it starts off too thin, I don't have to wait for it to reduce down, but if it is too thick, I can always add a little bit of stock back in the end just to finish it up perfect. Now that you have all your stock in, keep whisking. Bring the heat up to medium or down to medium, depending on where you're at, and let it come up to a boil. Once you're at the boiling phase, I like to stir it and just keep it moving. Let it boil for about 20 seconds. Then you're going to reduce it down to a simmer and let it simmer for 2 minutes while you're stirring it the whole time. I know this is a pain in the butt, but we're only on like minute 5. So like have someone bring you your 3rd beer, could you? After the 2 minutes at a simmer, whisking it the whole time, pull it off the burner, and there you go. There's the gravy. Have a great holiday, y'all. See you next time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Ding that notification bell. That way you can find out every time we come out with a new video here at Raddad Cooks. Peace!
Like, comment, subscribe.